Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you guys are on this journey. How are you guys doing today? Thank you for joining me for another live. I'm looking forward to doing some tarot readings with you guys. Thought I would try a different incense today. I haven't tried this one yet. Tibetan Lotus. Definitely my favorite brand. They are fabulous. So how are you guys doing? Hello, Mary, Glenny's, Tina. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you guys are doing great. We just had the full moon in Capricorn there yesterday. All right. So let's dive in, lovely souls, and see what we have today. I was taking a quick peek here, and it looks like Mary had a really good question. You guys are you're on your third heat wave in the UK, and you're wondering if we can look into seeing if it's natural, if it's manipulated. And you know what's interesting, you guys, is I recently, I'm not sure how many of you have heard about the floods, of really crazy floods happening in Texas, but I did a recent, my mind's still a little bit, I might do a repull on that one too, but I did a recent tarot reading on that, and I'm actually really surprised that a lot of the cards that I got out for that was hinting a little bit more at some natural energy, although I did have that devil, okay? And I had a few people thinking, like, can we relook at this? Because it definitely looked manipulated. And that's what I really thought as well. But I thought it was interesting to see the cards that were coming out. So maybe I'll pull on that as well. But when we look at the UK, it's definitely, an epicenter for the globalists and the controls, and them doing whatever they can to stress out the infrastructure when it comes to the UK. So let's see, Spirit, what can you share when it comes to Mary's question with the UK and their heat wave? Can you share, is this something that is natural or is this manipulated? What can you share? Lots of, the UK is definitely tied to a lot of ancestral memory. So lots going on with the UK. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Oh, yeah. I got manipulation, guys. Absolutely. Let's keep going and see. Okay, this is interesting. So if we look at, I have to see if I can set up my other system so you guys can see both me and the screens or the cards here. But the UK, in terms of these heat waves, coming out as the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so this is that control, them trying to hold on to control, hold on to resources. You guys, they're clutching that power so tightly. And I do think that they're trying to navigate and control the public narrative, because the past is the Ace of Swords and the present is the Fool. All right. So when we look at this, the Fool's representing, moving the public into that naive energy or that narrative. And I do think that, yeah, there's definitely, putting that message out that this is just a climate crisis. But look what's in the situation, you guys. The devil. And when I see this is, absolutely confirming manipulation that's happening behind the scenes. But, it's this illusion that there's helplessness, and, people are made to believe they're the victims of this. And it's unfortunate to see this. But you know what, you guys, this is kind of a fear porn energy too. And when we look at the outcome, I have the Empress. Okay, the Empress is Mother Earth. It is, look at Gaia, and we have Judgment Day happening here. So yes, I do think that there is manipulation with the grids, with weather control in the UK specifically. But with this energy here, I love this because this is showing like Mother Earth saying, like, I'm still in charge. This is showing that there's a tipping point here. And this tipping point is showing that, Mother Mother Nature or Gaia is not going to, it's like she's moving forward from like being hijacked. That energy is not as powerful as it used to be. So yes, there's still a lot of things that are playing out here, and we've got that 10 of swords, which is a heavy burden. But I do think that there is a tipping point with the UK and what's happening there. Okay, so yeah, looks like some manipulation, guys. I wonder if I should just pull a few on the um, Texas floods again as well, because that one I really was like, let's see if we're getting a similar energy. Spirit, can you give me another confirmation when it comes to the Texas floods? What can you share? Because I did get the devil in that reading, but the thing is, the devil was just aspecting. It didn't look like it was necessarily part of creating it, but it looked like it was trying to steer a narrative with that chariot that we had, and also the devil with the aspecting part. So let's just pull a couple cards on that again and see what's coming out. You know what? There's like this is crazy. We just had the Fool as well with the UK, and we have the Fool again. This is a big reset. And if we look at Texas, they're coming out as the Emperor. And I do think, I do think, excuse me, guys. Losing my voice over here. Okay, when we look at this, the Emperor energy is almost like this powerful energy, okay? And let me know if you guys agree or disagree. But when I see this, I almost feel like there is a very strong, sturdy energy for Texas when it comes to its independence and its infrastructure. I mean, with oil and mining and all its resources, I do think it has a powerful independent energy, and that's why there's such a big attempt to here. Okay, I do still get a lot of somewhat natural stuff coming out, and I've gotten that twice now. What's interesting is somebody commented too and was talking about Janine also getting that. So it was kind of neat to see somebody else getting something similar, just because so many people are like, no, this is manipulated. This is manipulated. And I was really thinking that as well. But there is still stuff going on because we have the past as the Knight of Wands. And this is like an impulsive. It's a fast action. It's moving. And I think I heard there was crazy amount of water that flooded within a matter of like 45 minutes. And when we look at this could be a reckless energy coming in or a bit of a red flag when they're looking at certain experiments. Because I think somebody was also made a comment about them doing some kind of seeding as well. So you guys will have to let me know. But can you guys still hear me? I don't know. Hopefully I haven't froze. Oh no, I think I'm good. So when we're looking at that energy, we have the Fool as that present, okay? The Fool, and then we also have the Queen of Cups as the situation. The Queen of Cups could be a representation of, again, water, right? We have the flooding, the emotional water-based psyche here as well. And, that could be manipulation through subtle means, okay? So it does imply potentially that, Mother Earth or the Mother Nature, I guess I should say, is being weaponized here. What's interesting with this too, though, you guys, is we have the Ten of Swords as the outcome, and it's aspected by two twos, Two of Pentacles and the Two of Swords here. And when we see this does show like something ending here, and there is something that is happening behind the scenes. Okay, it's the public perception. Again, I remember I had the devil in this I think it was the Chariot and the Devil when I first pulled on this. And it's almost like this event is designed to unbalance the systems and the infrastructure. And I always get, you guys, the whole smart city, agenda, that's a big one. So when they bring down a whole city, they have to rebuild it. And what are they going to replace that with? That agenda is what I potentially see as well. So yes, I have to say, I do think there is some manipulation behind it, but it's like they're taking something that wasn't potentially natural and they're amping it up. Maybe let me know what you guys think. But I again didn't get crazy amount of cards to represent a massive manipulation. So I'll have to leave you guys with that. I do my best to try to like not give you what I want to say or what I think and just what the energy is saying, because again, with that one, I absolutely think it's manipulated, but the tarot's not fully agree with that. So anyway, lovely souls, thank you again for joining me. I appreciate you guys. Let's see what's going on. It looks like a little bit quiet today, so we'll see how long we move forward with some tarot questions. But if more people come in, maybe we'll stay for the hour. But we're gonna dive into, let's see here. We have Glennie. Please, could I have a much needed reading? Hello, Nicole. And Sherry. Hello, guys. Glennie's, if you're still here, did you have something specific you want me to look into for you? Just because it's kind of a vague energy. Are you looking into career, finances, relationship? Let me know, my friend. Hello, Tina. Good day to y'all, guys. That's interesting. So as you said here, Tina, as a child, your family moved 800 miles away and you just found your three times great grandfather are buried in a town where you just moved to, about 2 city blocks away from your brother, where your brother purchased a home. Wow, that's pretty crazy. Hey, you have a connection, you have a lineage to that area. So you're, energetically could be brought back there. Nicole. Oh, interesting. Your jaw shattering. Okay, we can look at that. Tina, I'm not sure if you had a question about that, but that's a really, really interesting situation. Thank you for sharing. Let's see here. Sherry, hello, lovely lady. Will the Iraqi dinar and the Vietnamese dong be reevaluated on the Forex for redemption this year? All right, Spirit, what can you share about the dinar and Vietnamese dong? Will there be a revaluation on the Forex for redemption this year? Let's see what the cards have to say. I have some pretty good energy for that. Yes, it looks like there is a collaboration and coming together with that. I think there's still some stuff that is being, overturned or worked on because we have the moon right now. But in my situation and my outcome, I do have some good energy. So this is the Page of Wands and also the Page of Cups here. And we even have really good energy as like a wish fulfillment and things really coming together. So I think it is going to still, I think that based off of this, we can see that, but there's still going to be some instabilities. So overall, I do have a yes for that, okay? Still a little bit of crazy times ahead, but yeah, look at this. It's like after a time of being out in the cold, there is a victory with this. So is this going to happen this year? I have some light yeses. It's like some page energy. So it's nothing full blown and moving forward. Is this going to be this year? Can I get, is this going to be over the next couple months? Let me just pull a couple more on that. I want to say, when we're looking at timing, if it is towards the end of this year, maybe going into the early next year, okay? It feels like there's still some stuff happening. There's some underhanded behavior happening, but then there is agreements, there is collective energy coming together. So yes, the outcome still looks positive. So I still get a good energy for that. But we could even be looking, again, don't quote me on the time, you guys, but I would say in approximately 8 months. I keep seeing that 8, 8, 8. So this could be towards the end of this year, going into next year. Okay. So much love to you. Thank you for your question. So let's see here. Glennies, you're just looking for a general read. Okay, let's just look at the momentum coming out. Spirit, what messages do you have for the momentum of Glennies? I'm not sure if you're going through some kind of I've got the justice, and not only always does that mean law or litigation or court battles or anything like that, but I do have that justice in the situation. If there is something that you've been trying to piece together here, I do see it coming together for you. Okay, you are coming out as actually this nine of pentacles. Okay, this is an independence, this is a sovereign energy, and there's a lot of new inspiration. So again, the general readings, my friend, they can be really general, because I'm not sure if you're wanting to dive into anything specific or what your current situation is. Again, you guys, I love you guys. I try my best to be open, but I'm also not a mind reader. So when I intuitively look at this, I feel like there is a lot to do with, there's a lot of men coming out of this too. If we look at specific people, I've got a King of Cups, I have an Emperor, I even have like pages here, which makes me think there's something to do with family. Okay, there's lineage, there's family. But if there has been chaotic energy happening in the past, I do see it working itself out. There's something about karmic here, karmic energy. So this could be an involvement with kids or family members, but it looks like you are coming out of this with mastery. So let me know if that makes sense, but there's a celebration here for you. Okay. And it looks really positive. Okay. Whether this is you moving forward with like a new career change, or just with maybe some situations that are kind of keeping you tied. But overall, I don't see anything. It's like more of a little bit of a delay, if anything, but things are kind of coming together, especially on a financial aspect. Okay, that's what I get. A lot of pentacles came out for you. So there's lots of good energy when you're moving forward with your finances. Those will be getting better for you in the times ahead. Okay, my friend? So much love to you on your journey. All right, let's see here. What do we have? I'm already getting ready for Halloween, guys. I love Halloween for some reason. I've always loved it. Hello, Linda. Happy Friday, lovely lady. Can I check to see if your cousin son's Johnny's soon-to-be ex-wife is telling him she's pregnant? Is she really pregnant? All right, Linda, let's see what's coming out, Spirit. What can you share about the energy of Linda's cousin's son, Johnny, soon-to-be ex-wife? Is she pregnant? What can you share? Is she pregnant? I don't get anything to do with pregnancy here, to be honest. If anything, it feels like It feels like a big I mean, it's almost like with this, I wouldn't be surprised if she did say she was, okay? I don't know what's going on there, but there's a lot of shady stuff happening, and I feel like there's a need to wanna, like, trap somebody. Let me know if that makes sense to you, but I don't actually see her being pregnant here. I feel like I see her being manipulating or manipulative, and I wouldn't be surprised, or she may think she is, but I don't see her as being pregnant. There's nothing here saying that I think that she is, okay? Um, let me confirm with one more deck and see if we're just getting a similar energy. So if so, is it his? If she is, I don't see her being. I don't think it's his. Okay, you've gotten she's an NPC. Oh, interesting. I don't have a lovely energy from her, to be honest. I think she has a lot of traumas and a lot of things that she's playing out. So it wouldn't surprise me if she did say she was with this energy that just came out, but I don't see her actually being pregnant. Can I get one more confirmation on that, Spirit? Let's just pull a couple. Yeah, I don't think she is. There's a lot of manipulation here, a lot. Look at this. There's so much, girl. There's so much. We have the world. There's some kind of karmic energy. I feel like she has a lot of things internally that she needs to work with or work on or heal. But we have her wanting to, I don't know if this is her trying to like, get some extra, maybe actual financial abundance or you know what I mean, get some kind of a payment from him. But I have manipulation like crazy here. I don't think it's going to work. I know there's a big heavy energy, but I don't see her actually being pregnant here. If she somehow is, I would absolutely get a test done because I don't see it being his. All right, my friend. So that's what I can leave you with there. Let me know if you have any other questions, but I get a really tough energy with her. That's for sure. So much love to you guys. All right. So let's see here. Hello, Liza. Thank you so much. It really does mean a lot. I appreciate you guys. And please do. I want your guys' feedback too. I love to hear what you guys want me to look into and etc. Right. I have recently wanted to kind of veer off. I said this, through a couple of my videos now. But I kind of wanted to do still a little bit of different videos when it comes to, numerology, or maybe even looking more again at Feng Shui with you guys, or things that can really help us with being in this 3D world. Because when we just focus so much of our time on politics and all these things that at the end of the day we can't control anyway, we're just feeding that energy, right? So I still will continue to look into this and do world reports and that kind of thing because I do enjoy it. But I still want to pivot some of this energy into other things that you guys are interested in also, because I'm here for you guys. So let me know. Feel free. Even email me, whatever works. So let's see. I'm going to scroll back up to the top here. Let's see what... Oh, I'm a little sore. I went to the batting cages last night and whew, a little bit sore today. Body's not 19 anymore, that's for sure. Sherry, you can start your humanitarian project. Yeah, I do think, let me pull a couple cards on you. I think we looked at that in the past. Can I just get a few cards and then I'll look at Nicole, your question, because you were asking about how you were feeling. So let me just pull a couple here on Sherry. What's the energy of her being able to start this humanitarian project over the next 6 to 12 months? What can you share? Yeah, I think things are still going to be a little stagnant right now. Okay. Right now, unfortunately, the funds aren't there, but you do have good energy. And I do think that they're going to come around. Things are going to all of a sudden pick up. You know, one of those times where you're working and working and working, and you feel like you're not getting ahead, and then something just takes off for you because you have good opportunities coming towards you. All right. And things will pick up after a period of pause. Okay. So I still see you being able to move forward with your humanitarian project. But it's just not right now. Okay. We're probably looking a little bit, down the end of this year or into next year from what I can see at the moment. But I'm excited for your projects, my friend. So let's see here. Oh, Glenny, let's see here. You've lost your husband this year and you're okay. Because when I looked at that, the Ten of Pentacles in the past is a representation of your like family, it's stability, right? And that was in the past. I have to say, and then you as the Nine of Pentacles is a representation of you being solo. That's also like my single energy, but it matches up there. I have to say, he's very much with you, okay? Because there's a lot of male energy that was coming out, and just knowing too, you will be able to connect with him subtly, okay? These little subtle things that come in from our loved ones are sometimes not very loud, but you will be getting your life back on track from what I can see. I see finances picking up for you, and if that's been an issue, maybe not, because that Ten of Pentacles in the past is a pretty nice penny. But let me just pull one or two more cards and let me see something here. Now that I have a bit of an idea, can I get a couple more cards for Glenny when it comes to getting your life back on track? Yeah, my friend, it's gonna be, I can't tell anyone else how to process and how to grieve, but when we look at our loved ones that have passed, I mean, they're still here with us. I'm not trying to just say that. They're just on a different frequency level. Like, look at this. Seven of Cups is like an energy of being there, but beyond the veils, right? So when you listen to those subtleties, and if you're having trouble, I'm light a candle, focus on breath work, okay? In, out, focus on 3 short breaths, 6 medium breaths, and 9 long breaths, and you'll be able to connect with him, okay? That's what I want to share with you, and he will come through. Look at that. He's still working with you, but this is you also working on getting things sorted in your life, okay? It's a big situation, and I do see it coming together for you. So being strong, you're very strong. You got this, okay? So I'll leave you with that, but new opportunities will fall into place for you. Just keep listening and working on your heart here, okay? So I'm going to go back because I feel like I've missed my lovely Nicole a couple times now. Okay, so Nicole, so you said I've been doing pretty well. Thank you very much. Very crazy, like ringing in my ear lately. I mean, I've been getting that for a long time, but it's just seems to be intensifying. Again, the Schumann resonance, you guys. I think there was another one. Let me take a quick peek and see what that looked like. Yeah, so even in the last, I don't know, this was probably so long here, you can see there was still another spike. I have a dirty phone. But yeah, there's still quite a big spike there. So pretty big shifts energetically. Let's see what's coming out for you when it comes to your odd 12 hours of shivering to the point of your jaw being in cold sweat. Okay, Spirit, can you share, is this releasing old energy or is it a sign to let go? What can you share, Spirit, with Nicole's odd 12-hour shivering? Wow. Yeah, look at this. This is crazy. It's making you strong. You're going through, you're like the butterfly in a cocoon right now, okay? that's a huge, huge energy. Look at this. You have your energy as the judgment. So you are almost awakening. You are entering into a whole new stage, and our bodies are recalibrating. Okay. Yeah, sure. Not everything means, let's say, not every, every time we get a cold or we get an illness or whatever it is means it's some massive spiritual upgrade, but energy does exist, you guys. You are letting go. Okay, what I will say too is right now in the present energy we have the 5 of Cups. Okay, Nicole, so this is a bit of sorrow and a sadness that you're being very much guided to surrender. Okay, because you're at the end of a cycle. 10 of Swords. Okay, this is you letting go of your old structures, and your body is absolutely upgrading. Look at this. The outcome is the strength. So this little 12-hour bizarre situation that you had is making your physical body stronger, because I have the King of Pentacles, which is a physical energy. It is helping you ground and helping you move forward. There's that Death card, massive transformation. So I got a lot of major arcanas with this, so I have to say I don't think this is just maybe a little bug that you picked up. I actually see you your body recalibrating here. Okay, that's what it looks like. So what you can do too is being aware, is there anything here, is there anything that's still stuck or still feeling heavy? Okay, surrender to that. Do some breath work, breathe into it. You guys can make a little chi ball, feel that energy, and I put that into the chi ball, and you guys can om chant into it. You can do this out loud or in your head, and you'll feel it dissipating, and just imagine that white light. You can call upon your angels if you feel guided to, or your guides, and have them just come in, and you give that white light to the ether. Okay, so you're going through cocoon phase. That's what it looks like. You're coming out as a butterfly. I love it. So that's what I have for you, lovely lady. I have to say what's interesting too, let me know how you guys have been feeling, but I have had the buzzing, but I've been feeling nauseous too, like here and there. And I don't know, I've been going back and forth of trying to like do my little fitness journey where I'm doing my 10,000 steps a day, but I'm also working on that intermittent fasting. And I'm not sure if I'm just not eating, my eating is still not super great. I either don't eat or I'm not eating the best food. So that's something I'm struggling with, but I'm noticing quite a few times all of a sudden I get nauseous out of nowhere. But yeah, okay, let's see here. Maybe I'll have to even I always like doing those videos when we can look into certain symptoms and things that our body goes through when it comes to these upgrades, because lots of new upgrades happening energetically for everyone. All right, let's see, lovely souls. I love that, Tina. So you want the universe to know that you see it. Yes, that's what I mean. Being aware of it, those little things, they do matter, and they will help other things fall into place for you. Okay. Let's see. Tiger one. There's a rumor that Carney is really working for the good of Canada. I mean, we have had some massive timeline jumps. I find that hard to believe, but let's see what the tarot has to say. Again, that's just my opinion, but let's see. Spirit, if this comes out as a yes, I'm doing a video on it. Okay, Spirit, what can you share about the overall energy of Mark Carney? Where is he at on the level of helping Canada, or I mean working with the White Hats, I guess we can say? What can you share about the energy of Mark Carney, Spirit? Okay, look at Mark Carney. 10 of Pentacles. Makes sense. Situation. I don't have that much bad energy out here, I have to say, okay? This makes sense. He's coming up as a 10 of Pentacles. He's been very, integrated with the banking and the financial systems. There's a lot of feminine energy coming out here, which is interesting. So I don't know if this is him working with another female, if there's a female. Do you know what is just bringing? Okay, you guys remember a while back, I'm sure many of you guys will love her, beautiful Tarot by Isabella, but she did a video too, and I got something similar where she talked about a woman, like a lady being, I think, the prime minister or something like that. This is interesting because when I pull a Mark Carney, all these females pop up. But I have to say, I do think there is some good energy here. I did not expect that. Look at the outcome. We have 7 of Pentacles. This is building up. This is building up Canada and expanding and working on resources. This is a new perspective, right? Sometimes this is a stalling tactic too, or a need to pause and surrender. But you know what? This is also my timeline card. So, or portal energy. So when you say that, honestly, it does have energy to support. He could be maybe working with positive, maybe working with the white hats. I don't have the devil. I don't have manipulation. I don't have any of that out here. So I'm going to look into that deeper, my friend. Thank you for your question. I did not hear about that. But you know what's really interesting is on the back of the deck, I also have my yes card. So did not expect that at all. Very interesting. All right. So, wow. I'm going to have to do a tarot reading on that. All right, lovely Linda. Okay, let's see here. Can I see? Let's see what we have. You were saying, can I check to see if you will reach out to TW, a singer-songwriter? If he will help my daughter Noelle get into songwriting industry. She's very talented, raw. She's got hundreds of notebooks of full songs. Ooh, that's so cool. All right, Linda, let's see. What can you share, Spirit? Sorry, 1 second. I got a big plane going by here. All right, what do we have, Spirit, for Linda's daughter Noelle? What's the energy of reaching out to TW? TW, a singer-songwriter. Is that for the best and highest good? And will that lead to getting a foot in the door with her songs? I have a good giddy energy about it, to be honest. Okay, so I do think that is a good idea to start with that for sure, because we have this King of Pentacles. The only thing is I don't know how responsive this person is going to be in terms of getting back to you guys right away. But I do think it has a lot of potential. Okay, I'm going to pull a few more cards because I need some clarifications. My only thing is the 8 of Swords is in the situation. So it kind of makes me think that this particular person either may not get back right away, or it's like there's just a massive miscommunication here. Okay, so let's see. I want to dissect this a little bit differently for you. Let me see, Spirit. Let's go with this deck. What else can you share about the momentum? Because I kind of put two questions in there. Let's look specifically about you guys reaching out to TWA. Is this 8 of Swords about TWA, singer-songwriter? What can you share? I see her being successful with this still. Yeah, there's something about, I don't know how successful it's gonna be with this particular person, to be honest. There's something about being guarded here, okay? I don't know if this person's gonna be open to hearing her out or looking into her stuff here, but there's a disconnect. That being said, I do think that there is an opportunity coming out here, okay? I still think you should move forward and, try to look at certain singer-songwriters that can help because there is gonna be something that happens, and there's a celebration, okay? We have that past energy, right? So I don't know if this is somebody that you guys may particularly know from the past, or you have this inkling, this idea to like, okay, maybe we should reach out to this person. Keep pounding that pavement, okay? It's gonna take a little bit of work, but she will be successful at this. I'm gonna actually pull the momentum of this, but with this particular person, it's just something's not lining up, okay? There's something not lining up with this person. I don't know what it is, but I think that was a bug that flew by. But there's something about this person just not taking that opportunity for with her, okay? So that being said, don't get discouraged about that because it still has a lot here saying that she will be successful. Let me reread what was the other thing. Because yeah, like I see this here. She is very talented, absolutely. What else can you share about the momentum of Noelle's career when it comes to songwriting? What can you share? What else can you share, Spirit? Yeah. You guys have okay, so I don't know if this is something, sometimes it's hard if you pitch yourself and you pitch yourself and you keep getting declined. You keep getting that no, but do not, you guys. This is for everyone too. When I was researching a little bit on like people that have been millionaires and billionaires and just listening to their story, they were told no so many times. Okay, there's like nope, nope. They've been like the door was shut on their face so many times, but there is an opportunity that is going to come out here and that's where things are going to flourish and she's going to take off, okay? Don't give up, even if this person isn't interested, okay? Because there is going to be somebody that is, and that's what I have to say. This is about being strategic and continuing to push forward, okay? So I hope that that has given you a bit of like some inspiration. But yes, she's doing what she's meant to do, and what she has is something very amazing. And it will, out of nowhere, bam, take off. Okay. This is even, things potentially that opportunity coming in the next 8 weeks to 8 months. I don't see this as being something that's like years and years down the road, but she has to take action. She can't just be still about this. So yeah, contact that TWA singer songwriter and just introduce yourself. Introduce, however you guys want to put that together. I don't know if that's going to go so far, but that could lead to something else. Maybe they have a recommendation, or he's like, sorry, no, thank you, but maybe check this person out. Okay. So hopefully that gave you a bit of a feedback there. But what she has and what she's doing is phenomenal. Okay. She was a previous songwriter in Incarnation. Yeah. Exactly. Okay, I'll check on Shane McNally. He's a songwriter. That's what I mean. I think there's something to do with somebody from the past, if that makes sense. I don't know if this is somebody you guys know or somebody you had an inspiration of like, looked up to. Let me just pull a couple on Shane McNally. But I do think with some of the energy coming out here, there will be a door slammed on the face a few times, okay? Yeah, see, look at this. There's the Wheel of Fortune, okay? She's gonna, unfortunately, and it does. I gotta say, I feel like it's something that is going to be a disappointment when you have somebody say no multiple times. But she has the Wheel of Fortune in the situation. This is good luck. This is Jupiter, destiny, fortune, right? So I do think that collaboration is coming, but she's got to keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. All right. So I'll leave you lovely ladies with that, and good luck for everything. All right, let's see what we have. Oh, much love to you, Kelly. Um, oh, she will be working with kids. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Much love to you guys. Hello, NLN. NLNL00. Well, thank you. I'm glad you were able to join me for a bit. Nicole, you've been navigating a lot of disappointment and grief, but things have been looking forward. It's nice to, yeah. Yeah, there's a little bit of that. The 5 of Cups in your energy, Nicole, is sorry, I just got sidetracked. I'm the worst for that. I get sidetracked all the time. I was reading your other comment, Nicole, about Mark Carney here. Could Jody Wilson be coming back to shake up the government? We can pull some tarot on that and see. But yeah, that 5 of Cups that was coming up in your energy, that is a grief and a sadness. But again, you guys, just being not feeling, try not to be so hard on yourselves. Like being aware of what it is, the traumas and triggers that are coming up. We all have them, right? And just because we heal one doesn't mean other ones aren't going to come, but we're able to then move through them without that resistance and that attachment to them. So just being, again, we are human beings to be. It's not always about doing. And some people get so stuck in like having to consistently fix themselves. You don't have to fix yourself. You just have to be able to surrender to all of those other things that are coming up and be okay with having a good day. Be okay with having a bad day. Not every day is going to be a good day. And when you're okay with that and you kind of neutralize that energy of the bad day too, even thinking like if you have that mindset where you're like, okay, well, something magical could happen today, like show me something magical, universe, you'll be surprised to see what comes back full circle. So let's see, what shall we pull on here? I can pull a few cards on that one lady, Jody Wilson. Okay, is Jody Wilson coming back to shake up the government? I don't even know who that is. I'm sorry, I'd have to Google her, but let's see what the tarot has to say. What's the energy of Jody Wilson coming back to shake up the government? I don't know if it's going to be her. There's a lot of heavy energy for her particularly. There is the judgment day in the outcome, so there is some kind of a pivot that is again happening for Canada and the government. I mean, it's happening worldwide, and there is a new energy of someone coming in, but I don't necessarily see it being her. Not with this energy, but again, that's definitely a situation I want to dive into a little bit more, because I was really shocked to see what just came out about Carney. That's not what I expected, that's for sure. Oh boy. All right, let's scroll up and see if we can take a few more questions. Josephine Murphy. Josephine, what can you share about you looking to manifest a couple things? What's the momentum for her manifestation? What can you share for Josephine Murphy and how she's doing? Yeah, there's definitely opportunities coming in for you, my friend. The only thing is, it's okay. We have this energy of you being in harmony, okay? You being centered. This is all about patience to divine timing. And I do think that you have a lot of opportunities coming in here, but there's still a little bit of resistance happening in the situation. So being aware of that resistance, again, taking it, putting it in the ball. Sometimes, if you don't know what that is, you may have to do a little bit of digging, right? Feel like, where do you not feel worthy? Like, start asking questions to yourself, because I feel like that's what's helpful. That's what's helped me, and it's helped some of the people that I've worked with too. Is just like asking those questions, get curious, right? Because when you start asking, it's like, okay, then you can start working on that. But yeah, I think you're doing a good job. I have the Ace of Swords as well, and this is showing you having breakthroughs. Okay, but there is a little bit of resistance still happening, and what I can share with that too is like, for example, I mean, some of you guys that have been with me from the beginning have probably heard this story potentially, but I've been trying to bring back for me in my life the magic in just the day-to-day stuff, like going for a walk, for example. And I have been really successful at manifesting things that I don't have a resistance to, okay? It's like a game. For example, I love doing the color card game where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be walking down the street or I'm driving somewhere and I'm gonna find I don't know, a Mustang that has red stripes, right? I try to be not like I'm gonna find a black car because that's just basic, right? I try to find something that's a little bit unique that you're not gonna see every day. So in doing this, I have fun with it. It's a game. At the end of the day, I really don't care whether or not I see one or not. It's just fun. And when I put that energy out there, it happens every single time, right? But then all of a sudden you do this with like, okay, I want to, let's say score this big contract that is going to bring me thousands of dollars. And that doesn't fall into place. And I went back and I'm like, okay, well, why is this not working? It's like, because there's too much resistance there. There's still that subconscious belief that you're not worthy, or you need to work harder for this, or, etc. It may be different for you versus me. Everyone has their own layers of, they're peeling back their onion, right? But that's what I can recommend, is have fun with the little things, because you start to feel how it feels. And once you get into that, it becomes more playful and more fun. And then you work yourself up, okay? And you can see some really amazing things manifest. But I think what's important too is like the not expecting it. Like you are commanding it into your reality, but at the same time, you completely surrender it. It's gone. You know it's going to happen, and the universe will bring it to you. There's that resistance, like, is collapsed. Okay. So hopefully that made sense, but have fun. Bring back the magic into your day to day life. Think of what you did when you were a little child. That was so much fun, because the Seven of Cups for you is imagination that came out. And when you play with that, you're going to be very successful. Okay. So that's what I can share with you there, lovely lady. um, All right, let's see. We will take one or two more. Yeah, Stephanie, you've had ringing in your ears too. Yeah, I have as well, and it's been pretty intense. Oh wow, that's quite interesting, Sherry. Lots of synchronicities with your 17, hey? You guys went to a wedding last weekend, and the table you sat at was 17. That's a signal. Yes, I don't even have to pull cards on that. That's a signal, my friend. Um, that's how the universe connects to us. But we think sometimes we get in our head and we're like, oh, it's just a coincidence. Nope. All right, Spirit, what can you share? Can I get a confirmation for Sherry? Sitting at the table 17, was that a sign? Yes, it's a sign. Look at that. Absolutely. And we have them coming through with a message here. You know what? Okay, 17. I have a 1 and a 7. And I have a 9 here too as well. Interesting. But I do have the ace, which could represent 1, and the 7. 1 and a 7. There's another synchronicity for you, Sherry. What the heck? That is so cool. I'm excited for you. Pretty cool. Oh my goodness. Hello, hello, Dee, my lovely Dee. Oh, that is so cool. You get another 17 synchronicity. I love it. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's take one more here. I know, I love it too. And you'll see like little things like that. Like maybe you see a billboard, or maybe you see a license plate, or a number on a building. These are synchronicities, I guess, as you call them, but they do come in and connect with our loved ones that have passed as well. Um, all right. Yeah, shining star. You said that there's a lot of things going up. I've even seen XRPs finally going up right now as well. So things are increasing. Um, let's see here. I think NL00 left a message about Pierre. Yeah, Linda, you see 218 all the time? Exactly. You're connected. You're tuned into that wavelength. It really is. All right, so let's see. I'll take the final question here. You said, is Pierre Poilievre going to win the upcoming riding elections? Let's see what the cards have to say to that. What can you share about Pierre Poilievre winning the next elections? I don't know if I still, it's interesting. I have a female yet again. I wonder if the next one is a female, to be honest. I will say there is a male here as well. It's almost like a good duo couple too. So this could be Pierre potentially. But we do have, look at these, a king and a queen working hand in hand together. I like that they're facing each other and not one with their back to each other. So this is a good energy. But I'm on the fence if Pierre will come back, just because we do have that 8 of Swords as well, which feels like maybe it's just not lining up. But somebody from the past is coming back. So we'll have to look at that a little bit deeper as some time goes on. I'm still thinking, I'm wondering if there is some kind of a female that is kind of our next person standing in the front line after Mark Carney here. Because a female is in the outcome. So I don't have like an absolutely big no for that, but I'm not getting a huge yes either. I feel like we'll have to see. I think a lot of things are still unraveling, and we still have Mark Carney to, look at. Now, I think when I've looked in the past, I didn't see him sticking around for his full term. I absolutely did not. And maybe I'll have to revisit that, because that was an interesting tarot spread that came out earlier today that I got about Carney. So who knows? We could have absolutely shifted timelines. There's been so many massive shifts happening. And with those Schumann resonance, it's like, yikes, some big things happening, guys. Absolutely. A provincial riding to get his seat back. Yeah, I mean, his wife. Yeah, that's right. Him and his wife. I think his wife did some public events too. So to get him back into Parliament, it's a soft yes. I will say it's a soft yes. It's not a big no, but with the 8 of Swords, I feel like there's something blocking him still. So we'll have to see if him and his wife can rise up together. There could be a good duo and power couple to kind of get him back into Parliament. So I cut the deck, Page of Cups. So that, again, that's a bit of a soft yes. It's not a massive, like, absolutely, but it's a strong possibility. Okay. So lovely, souls. I wanted to thank you guys for again joining me. I appreciate you so much. And I will be back again. If you guys are interested in a session, you can always check out my website, Readings with Breanne. I did have some free shipping on my scalar jewelry. I do the bracelets. I have some necklaces left. So there's free shipping for US and Canada right now, and 10% off on sessions. So love you guys so much. I appreciate you. And we'll talk to you guys. I should be back either Monday on the Wisdom Nexus on Brad's channel if you guys want to come and support me there. And we'll do some more tarot readings. So I love you guys. Have a fabulous Friday. And we will be back soon. Bye for now, guys.